Teenage Fanclub, doing the laundry.
Yeah.
And you
Very
are?
dirty, very dirty. I'm Brendan and I play the drums.
What are the four most asked questions?
Why did you call the album 13?
Why did you call the album 13?
Because of 13 songs on it. Why did you call yourself Teenage Fanclub? Is Scotland near Holland? We've been asked before in America. People thought Scotland and Holland were joined together. And they didn't know. They said like things like, where are you from? Like Scotland. Say, well, you speak really good English for being from Scotland. And it's like, wow. So are you British, I suppose, is one. And me personally, why did you cut your hair? People always ask me why I got my hair cut.
So why did you cut your hair?
It was long for 6 years, and I just got bored with it.
Yeah.
And I got stoned one day and shaved it all off.
So you're really bald then?
Yeah, it was like nothing.
Is this really an issue for you, this Scottish thing?
Maybe. Just personally, I mean, if people say we're English, if people say, how is it back in England? And we always say, well, we don't live in England, we live in Scotland. I mean, Scotland is a completely different country, and basically because it's a country that's ruled by the English government, it gets like stood on, and just they basically kind of rape it in a way. You know what I mean? They'll take all their resources, keep them for themselves, and give us nothing.
Well,
But I mean, but that's only like the very southern part of England. You know what I mean? The rest of England's like Newcastle, Liverpool, Manchester. All those places are like we feel an affinity with those places. That's like people in our crew are all from Manchester, Liverpool, or Newcastle, north of England. We don't really work with anyone from the south.
but it's no issue in your music.
No, not at all. No. No, I mean we don't write about anything political really, because I think we don't really think it's fair that if you like a band's music that you have to listen to their politics as well, because maybe for example like the band Screwdriver, right? I mean like people might like their music but not be into their politics and end up getting sucked into the politics because of it. And obviously that wouldn't happen with us, but we're not as extreme as that at all. You know what I mean? And that's appalling. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't compare yourself to Screwdriver?
No, not at all. No, I wouldn't even.
How do you react to this guy who died, the singer of Screwdriver?
I'm glad. You know, I'm glad he died. You know what I mean? It's like I just hope he didn't die as a martyr or anything. You know what I mean? But I'm glad he died. I think anyone who thinks like that should be fucking killed, basically.
Is it a big issue, the British National Party now, because they're getting popular?
Yeah, it's becoming a big issue. It just happened just before we left Britain, and I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. I mean, I think it's disgusting. I mean,
some people think like the Scottish nationalism is easily compared to the British National Party because they're so like self-centered.
well, yeah, I mean, any national party is self-centered, but I think in the Scottish National Party, as their followers, you'll find a percentage of Asian people, black people, Italian people, whatever. You know what I mean? Because there's loads of immigrants in Glasgow, especially in Scotland. So I mean, it's not like it's not a repatriation scheme like the British National Party is. I mean, they want to get anyone who wasn't brought up by their race. You know what I mean? In England specifically, not just Britain. It's England specifically. They want to like basically get them out or kill them. You know what I mean? The Scottish National Party is really just about having rights for Scotland. It's maybe like not as extreme as the ANC, but that sort of thing. They're just fighting for their own rights, which is what the Scottish National Party is about. And the Scottish National Party is full of bullshit as well, though.
Yeah.
But nothing bad. It's only like what kind of tartan you can wear and who eats haggis or anything. You know what I mean? It's nothing serious.
Okay, back to the Teenage Fanclub. Isn't it a problem for you guys that you are at least in the Dutch press presented like the new sensation from England, the new Suede?
Well, I think we've been about for longer than Suede, so we can't be the new Suede. But no, I mean we in Britain we don't really read any of the press we get, and especially in Holland we can't read any of the press we get. Somebody will show us it, and you look at the picture and go, "Oh, it's a nice picture," or it's like, "Oh, that's okay, thank you." But I mean we don't pay any attention to reviews of any sort, either good or bad, because if you only listen to the good ones, then you'll eventually become big-headed and just get fuller to fall.
Yeah, but what I actually meant is like people are expecting a lot from you. Can you face up to that?
Well, I mean, we expect a lot from people as well. I mean, we expect a lot from our audience, I suppose, because we expect them to enjoy it as much as we do. I mean, we enjoy it a lot, and I don't know. I mean, it's not difficult really. We don't really even think about that. We don't all get together before the gig and go, oh no, we've got to go out there and impress these people. It's I mean, to us, we just treat it as like another show sort of thing, but not just another show. It's like our tour manager says to us that one guy he used to tour, I think it was maybe Curtis Mayfield, said that you should treat every show like your last show. Just in case it is, yeah, we do. So I suppose, yeah. I mean, we always try and give a good performance. I mean, basically, we're entertainers, and we try to entertain people. So I mean, we don't let ourselves get pressured or anything.
What do you think about this new guitar hype, which is coming up right now, and the Seattle thing?
Well, Seattle thing's probably it's changed from what it was now. I mean, people at first it was Nirvana, and Nirvana are still doing the same thing, but the grunge thing now it's just an excuse for heavy metal bands to become hip. You know what I mean? It's like people like Stone Temple Pilots and Alice in Chains. That's rubbish. I mean, it's just like guys who were in heavy metal bands saw the grunge thing, shaved their hair, dyed it, and decided to, you know what I mean, and Pearl Jam as well. That's rotten, just rubbish. You know what I mean? There's not even any point listening to it. I mean, the grunge thing for us is more about an ethic or an attitude. Let's say Kurt has, you know, it's just kind of he'll do what he wants to do, and it's kind of what we do as well. We do what we want to do. I mean, it is different from what they do, but that's what it's all about. But then the grunge thing has now turned into being that horrible thing that, you know, it's just this MTV monster, and it's
just commercialization.
Yeah, totally. It's just totally commercial.
Have you guys got a punk background?
Maybe. I mean, I'm maybe a bit too young. I was born in 1970, so I was only really 7 or 8 when it happened. Hardcore, yeah. I mean, I like some stuff. Like a band called, we'll go for Unrest. Like they do some quite heavy. We used to do some quite heavy stuff. I mean,
Sore throats.
Yeah, very sore throats. I mean, we do listen to that stuff. I mean, we'd never really play that. I mean, that's not for us, but we do listen to it. But we listen to all kinds of music. We listen to like rap, hip hop. I mean, jazz, whatever. I mean, whatever anyone's got, we'll just stick it on.
So you're just not playing this music because it's getting hipper?
No. But we were doing this before it was hip. We were doing this when it was cool to be the Manchester thing. I mean, that was like cool to take drugs and wear like big clothes. You know what I mean? We were still doing what we're doing just now, and it'll change. In a year's time, people won't be interested in guitar music, but we will still be doing it, and hopefully we'll keep going till it comes back into fashion again. Maybe.